Consistency day 30, your next chapter is going to be amazing. But to get there, you have to turn the page. Let go of what the previous chapters held. Cherish the memories, carry the lessons forward, but the best part of your story is still to be written. Too many times I feel that we stay in the past, we stay on previous chapters. We are too fearful to move on to the next chapter, whether this chapter was so horrible that we're scared to go to the next one because it might be worse, or this chapter was great and we're scared to go to this next chapter without some of the same people that were in this chapter or some of the great things that happened in this chapter. But at the end of the day, the story is going to continue. Your life's going to continue. You have to go to the next chapter. You have to go to the next scene. That's how life and everything progresses, whether you're watching a movie or reading a book. And there is good chapters and there is bad chapters, but we have to learn, for the good, keep those memories, cherish them. That's going to be way more memorable than anything else. It's going to be the stories that you tell your kids and your grandkids. It's going to be the story that is told about you once you reach your full potential and you inspire the people you're meant to inspire in your life. And carry the lessons forward. Bad things happen to teach us lessons, to grow us. It's character development. That relationship that didn't work, you getting fired, you being depressed, all this stuff is character development. It's part of your story. And you need that. We need moments to where we can look back and laugh and look back and like, man, this was a defining moment in my life that actually made me get my life together, actually get straightened out, actually get serious about what I want. And this is a story that I can tell at the bar. This is a story I could tell at my best friend's wedding. Even if in the moment, it wasn't great. It was scary. It was hard. It was difficult. You had to overcome it, but it just makes for a better story. And stories is what sells. Stories are what we thrive on. When you're a kid, you're like, read me a bedtime story. Read me a bedtime story. You hear stories of like old tribes of Native Americans and Africans and things like that. They used to gather around campfires and tell stories. Most of our media and entertainment is stories. Stand-up comedians, things like that. They're telling stories. Movies are telling a story. Shows are telling a story. Books are telling a story. Heck, even now, a lot of social media is telling stories now. It's people's lives, it's autobiographies, it's made up stories, it's fantasy, it's fiction, whatever you want to call it. But that's what life is. And that's how we learn. And that's how we entertain ourselves. And that's how we live. It is life. So you're writing your book of life. And sometimes you don't get to tell what every chapter holds. Sometimes some of that story is from the universe or God putting that into your life, putting that into your story. But you get to decide how many chapters are in your book and how far you want to go and how you want to end your story. Obviously, you don't get to pick when you die, so there's still God and universe on those aspects of things, but you still have the pen in your hand to write certain things. And you do get to choose how you react to stuff. You get to choose your attitude. You get to choose your action. So you do still have, you still can dictate certain things. You can still control certain things in your story. But stop letting things define you. Stop letting something that happened in chapter 1 affect chapter 30. And just know that it makes for a better story. It makes you stronger. It makes you better. And that these are stories that you're going to be able to tell. These are the lessons you're going to be able to teach going forward, and use that as motivation. Like, man, this is just a better, I can't wait to tell my grandson this one. And you might not even have kids yet, but you probably will have kids. You'll probably have grandkids. So just keep that mindset. Think about it, from a work perspective or relationship. You can teach others the lessons you learned through failures. You can tell the great memories and just expand upon it. And it does get better. As long as you keep pushing through, you don't give up, you stay motivated, you're going to win in the end. There's no such thing as loss. There's no such thing as failure unless you give up or quit. Everything else is winning. Taking action, having a good attitude is winning. You're winning no matter what. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if you go through heartbreak. It doesn't matter if you got fired. What's meant for you, you will get. There's no such thing as no. It's either a not now or not for you. So if something doesn't work out, it was teaching you something. It was just a lesson. It was just a chapter in your book, and you're going to be better, and you're going to continue to win and be successful. And you have to be willing to turn the page. Have the courage. Know that something good is coming on the other side of that page turn. And I wish you peace and blessings on the journey.